And you created that?
No, I screenshotted it in the trailer just to give you proof, to see that the mystery machine was actually there.
I see. I see how you do. That's very cool. Well, thank you for doing that. And it's
You're
great talking with you.
Yeah. Stay safe and stay healthy.
You too. Right back at you. And remember, Scoob.
Okay, all jokes aside, the clip that you just saw at the beginning of this video was what happened at the last few seconds of my previous virtual chat with Megatron and Scooby-Doo himself, Frank Welker. Right when the timer ran out during that first session together with Frank, that is, he didn't have enough time to say the full Scooby-Doo quote, and it goes, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and the timer and the virtual session literally stopped at the first quarter of the Scooby-Doo quote. So this is where it gets tricky, because I want to make sure that he does the full Scooby-Doo quote this time. I'll probably do that at the beginning of the session. If you're prepared for what you're about to see during my second meet and greet with Frank Welker, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, and give this video a thumbs up right when you reach the end of this following video. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description. And again, enjoy my second virtual meet and greet with Megatron himself, Frank Welker, during the GalaxyCon virtual experience, where they're bringing the conventional experience directly to the comfort of your own homes. Yeah, with that said, enjoy the video, and I'll see you later on with my virtual chat with Peter Cullen. Yeah, I think that's about it, so let's do this. Hello, Frank.
Seb!
It's great to see you again.
I didn't recognize you.
I have the helmet, Optimus Prime helmet.
Yes, I've seen you before, huh, Seb?
Yeah, yes, it was back in April.
Wow. Yeah,
I think I'm ready for the snapshot.
Oh yeah, right. We got it. All right,
let's do this.
All right, you ready?
All right, I'll take that snapshot in 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Enjoy the chat.
All righty.
Oh, so Frank, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
And the last time we spoke, like near the end of our previous session, you were doing the Scooby-Doo quote for me, but you only did like a quarter or half of it. So is it okay if you do the quote properly for me this time?
Yes. Any Scooby-Doo quote?
Any Scooby-Doo quote.
Okay, ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, this is Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and
yes.
I'm talking to Seb Sanford.
Yes. That's much better than the last time. Wow. Okay, so I've got some more questions. One on Transformers and some questions from outside of the franchise. So here goes nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the last time we spoke, we talked about how you trained your voice for Galvatron, Soundwave, and other characters in the Transformers universe.
Right.
And I would like to ask you, will you be returning in any future Transformers projects in the coming years?
Seb, I hope so. There's so many different iterations and various products. I noticed the feature that's in production now. It looks like Megatron is not in that feature. I don't know if he's in stasis or what, but this is the one that Paramount is doing. As far as I know, I'm not in that one. Then there's one that Netflix, I think, is doing or something, the series, and neither Peter and I are in that one. I mean, they have different voices, and we're not real happy with that, but they wanted to do it non-union, so we just couldn't do that because we're union actors. And I did just finish a really unique project with Megatron and Peter also. It's an interactive
video game,
virtual deal at a restaurant. There's these things. Do you know of it?
Yeah, I think so. I probably haven't heard of it, but I think you mentioned the virtual
they're like
reality.
a famous restaurant chain, and they have all kinds of games and stuff that you can go in there in the restaurant, but they're going to have a virtual Megatron and a virtual Optimus Prime and interaction with them. So we've been working on that. That's a real fun project.
Wow.
And so yeah, anything that comes up, if they offer it to me and it's union, and especially if Peter's in it, then I'd love to do it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, Frank.
Yeah.
Okay, now on to the questions outside of Transformers.
Sure.
So when you are in the recording studio recording the lines for each character you do, how do you manage to match your voice in synchronization with the characters?
Well, if they're voices that we've done before and we're just coming in to do another session in the series, if they're new characters or kind of outside our normal characters, they usually have a reference tape that we've recorded from a previous version or previous episode. They'll play that and then we hear it and immediately you can get right back into the character. So that happens. I'm actually doing a show called Velma, which is loosely based on the Scooby-Doo characters, and it's kind of a different version of all that. But the character I play is a little different sounding for me. So when I come back to it, they'll play a reference tape, and then I can get right back into the character. Is that kind of what you mean, or?
Yeah, I think that's what I meant.
Okay. And then for just creating a new character, I like to look at the drawing or the as opposed to the director telling me what the character looks like and so on and so forth. If I can see it, a picture, then immediately a voice will come to me. And
wow.
if the writers in the studios are okay with it, it's good. But usually they'll fiddle with it. They'll go, "Oh, wow, that's good, but maybe we could make him a little more like John Wayne or this or that." But usually visually it works for me. That's how I do characters.
Wow, it's so cool. And I think I have enough room for probably like one or two more questions. So
okay.
The first one on the Pagemaster, and you played the hunchback named Horror.
Yeah.
And whilst voicing the character, how were you able to keep the Horror voice and develop him more to give character and variety?
Great question. Again, that was one where the drawing was there, and the director was very helpful in this instance, because he was saying, okay, now he's in a monster situation, but he's also terrified of everything, so he's very shy and scared. And so a combination of the visual and the instructions from the director, kind of we were able to sort of build that character. And I believe that the first time I went in to record, they actually had a really nice color picture or cell of the character, and that really, really helped. And then, depending on what the action was, coming back in and seeing it on screen, I did a lot of looping. So I'd see it on screen, and then I would make a voice for it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that was kind of unique and fun, that character.
Wow, I couldn't agree more. And final question, and this is to do with the animal voices. I heard you done animal voices for characters. How did you manage to make a character voice for each animal, like a dog or cat or horse, like Bullseye in Toy Story?
Again, kind of just drawing off my background of memory, remembering what I had seen and experienced with animals. In terms of my dog, I used a lot of sound effects from the dog. I had a German Shepherd for 15 years, and I would watch,
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh.
I'd watch the things that she would do, and even as she got older and her breathing.
Oh my
I want you to get excited. Oh no.
Wow.
So just observing animals and then trying to be as authentic as I possibly could.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you, Frank, for letting me talk to you once again. And stay safe, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas this year.
Happy holidays to you, Seb, and great questions.
You're welcome. I salute you.